I came home one Friday and found a giant pit being dug in my backyard, with rebar, caution tape, a backhoe idling like it owned the place, and three dudes knee-deep in dirt. And standing there with a clipboard and a smug grin was this guy in a fluorescent vest who said, "Don't worry, HOA approved the pool." Thing is, I'm not even in the damn HOA. My name's Jack Merritt, and for 10 quiet years, I'd lived up on Ridgebend Hill, in a little slice of land that existed before any of the subdivisions grew their roots. My plot? Bought it at auction from a retired architect. It was solid, survey pins in place, deed clean, old-school lines, no arguments, no nonsense. Until Elliot Graves moved in behind me, slick haircut, oversized smile, and a clipboard that I swear was surgically attached to his hand. So, I walk out, groceries still in the car, and I ask, real calm, "What exactly are y'all building in my yard?" Elliot barely looked up, just pointed to a glossy folder and said, "Community enhancement. The board approved the variance to include this bramble-covered wedge in our shared space." I blinked. Bramble-covered wedge? You mean my blackberry thicket? The one on my land? He smiled like a man selling snake oil to a dying town and said, "Well, technically, it's been reassigned. County Planning Office signed off. You'll love the view." Right then, I should have thrown him off my property. But I didn't. I walked away, half out of disbelief, half to keep from decking him. That night, I pulled out the parchment survey the architect left me. Then I pulled the official plat from the county clerk's website. Identical, and 13 feet off from Elliot's map. Monday morning, I hired a certified surveyor and called Harper & Dale, a law firm that eats land disputes for breakfast. While waiting for steaks and subpoenas, I walked into the records office myself. The clerk there, Lydia, sharp as a tack, walked me through the deed chain. No easements, no dedications. But something new caught my eye. 2 weeks ago, someone filed a document saying an old, open space dedication had expired, turning my land into HOA property. And the signature on that document belonged to a county planner recently indicted for trading permits for concert tickets. I filed a public records request that same hour. 10 days later, I get a USB drive. 43 emails between Elliot, the HOA's lawyer, and that corrupt official. They joked about pool parties on the stolen land. One email had a scanned document with my signature, only it wasn't mine. My name was even misspelled. I had 2 days before the concrete trucks were scheduled to arrive. That morning, my surveyor marked the real lines. His stakes sat right through Elliot's fresh rebar grid. Then the cops arrived, and so did Harper & Dale, with an emergency injunction in hand. The concrete guys locked their trucks and refused to pour. Elliot screamed about liens and damages. The backhoe operator? He just sat down, unwrapped a sandwich, and watched the whole thing like a matinee. That afternoon I sued. Fraud. Trespassing. Property damage. Forged documents. And just for fun, quiet title action. Elliot panicked. The HOA filed a countersuit accusing me of harassment and defamation. Trial was inevitable. Now here's where it gets wild. During discovery, we found Zoom footage recorded by a nervous board member. In it, Elliot suggests making me an honorary HOA member, so they can file permits. When another director says, "That's probably illegal," Elliot laughs and says, "The clerk's on our side, we'll grease the skids." The owner, he won't notice. He gardens. When we played that in court, the gallery went silent. I took the stand, talked about the pit, the hydrangeas crushed under fallen branches, the fake signature. Harper and Dale lined up every piece of evidence like dominoes. HOA's attorney claimed I hadn't suffered any real harm since the pool wasn't finished. The judge, who had fishing photos hanging in chambers, asked, "Do you like it when someone borrows your kayak without asking?" Jury laughed. Lawyer sat down. Deliberation took 49 minutes. Elliot, personally liable. HOA, jointly liable. Punitive damages tripled. Fraud confirmed. HOA reserve fund wiped. Elliot's equity gone. Their appeal was tossed in one paragraph. And when the DA saw the bribery trail, Elliot and 2 board members took plea deals, record tampering, and 6 months jail time. 5,000 hours of community service. Ironically, banned from working on neighborhood amenities. Elliot defaulted on the judgment. His house foreclosed. HOA dissolved by the Real Estate Commission. That illegal pool? Jackhammered. Every cubic yard of soil returned to me, plus compost. I planted a line of dawn redwoods along the edge, tall and silent. They're growing strong. Now sometimes I hear talk of reviving the HOA, but whenever someone mentions my case number, that talk dies quick. What would you do if someone tried to steal your land with a clipboard and a smirk? Yeah, that's what I thought.